Hello friends, you all are welcome to my channel. This is Anwar Bilgrami bringing to you another beautiful and interesting video on another interesting place in Turkey. Also known as Adalar, the Princess Islands in Istanbul are a beautiful destination. The options to visit these islands are ferry, a small ship or a boat, and we boarded a ferry from Eminönü Pier for 7 Turkish lira. While we are sailing to Princess Islands, let me give you some facts and information about Princess Islands. Princess Islands are consisted of 9 big and small islands, of which Büyükada, Heybeliada, Burgazada and Kinaliada are bigger and popular islands. In all the islands, plying fuel-driven vehicles is prohibited to conserve environment and wildlife. As the result, these islands provide you an oasis of peace and silence, along with tranquil of beauty and utter calm. Besides, you will find yourself walking or riding through narrow streets flanked by either untouched pine forests or fine wooden Victorian cottages. There are sea buses or fast ferries besides regular ferries. The regular ferries take as much as 100 minutes to reach the last island. Nonetheless, these ferries are the best and safest option. They are cheaper, costing 5 Turkish lira and around 4 Turkish lira with the Istanbul card. The sea buses are the fastest option, but they operate at irregular times and focus on locals commuting to work and back. If it stops at all the islands, the trip will last for 55 minutes, costing 10 Turkish lira one way. If you are using Istanbul card, this trip will cost you around 8 Turkish lira one way. Please be mindful, the ferry timings change with the seasons. So please check the exact departure date and time of ferries. Both types of ferries depart from Kabataş, Taksim and Sultan Mehmet, including Eminönü and Beşiktaş piers. Honestly, I do not know if electric cars can be rented on these islands, but there are electric buses which make short and long loops. Every time you board this bus, you have to pay 27 lira per person for the ride. Alternatively, you can take small electric taxis that seat 3 people, which are a bit expensive. Why one should visit the Princess Islands? A good question, but answer is difficult, since it depends on personal choices and length of your vacation. Depending upon your choice and time, at least you can take one of these tours. No doubt, these tours take almost one full day from your vacation time, but a visit to Princess Islands will give you a unique experience of exploring the beauty of these islands and endless fun. Briefly, I can explain what you can expect from a day trip to the Princess Islands. Princess Islands offer an ideal setting for a gateway to nature and peaceful break. Take a long walk or go hiking through the beautiful landscape and simply enjoy the silence and tranquility. You will be mesmerized by the breathtaking views that await you at almost every corner of the island. Büyükada is the largest of the 9 islands. It has streets lined up with numerous Ottoman era mansions. Traveling options are either to ride a bike or board a battery powered public transport. Visitors can also take a small tour of the island by a buggy. And don't miss Aya Yorgi Church and Yuchitep. The top, where the church is located, offers stunning views of the Sea of Marmara and Istanbul's Asian side. Büyükada is scattered with Victorian-era mansions which are still well preserved and dominate the streets of the islands. One can stroll through the old corner, stone streets lined with bougainvillea and discover 20th century clock tower and shops. There are many beautiful churches on the island, such as the Greek Orthodox, Roman Catholic, and Armenian Catholic churches, besides a beautiful mosque named as Hamidia Mosque. This mosque was built in the 19th century with its unique architecture presenting features of Turkish elements. There are museums, beaches, and nature that you can enjoy while visiting the island. And if you are a good chess player and know how to plan your strategy, then you can challenge a Turkish chess master. So why don't you try your luck if you are here? I am a good chess player and love to play it. Kinalyada is also known as Hina Island because of its reddish color due to iron and copper, which were mined here. It has a beautiful coastline and a ferry port. From the 19th century to the mid-20th century, Kinalyada was predominantly Armenian. Heblyada Island is the second largest island, where you can see Halki Seminary. As you exit the ferry dock, you will pass the large Naval Cadet School, where you can see two very interesting pieces of architecture on the grounds. One, the remains of Byzantine church, and the other is the grave of the second English ambassador, Edward Barton. At the top of the central mountain is an 11th century Greek Orthodox monastery which houses Greek Orthodox Seminary. Burgzada Island is the third largest island, which is also a ferry port with a big marina. Why this island is called as Fortress Island? Because Demetrius of Macedon built a fort here and named it after his father. Sedef Island is one of the smallest islands of the archipelago and has 108 private homes. The section that is open to the general public largely consists of a beach hamlet. The island is mostly private property and with pine forests planted by the owner. On the ferry, you will never stay hungry. There is a small canteen on it, and the attendants serve you with tea, coffee, light snacks, and juices. Only thing that you would need just a few Turkish lira to buy the stuff. Another island, Yasyada, which means flat island, was used by the Byzantines for sending prominent figures into exile. The remains of the 4 underground prison cells from this period can still be seen. You can also see a monastery and church on this island. There is another small island known as Sivriada, and which is commonly known as Sharp Island, is almost deserted. This island was used by the Byzantines to detain and prison prominent people. Yet another island, Kasik Island, also known as Spoon Island, is located between Burgzada and Hebliada Islands. Diversion Island is also called as Rabbit Island, which is the smallest of all Princess Islands with a total area of just 0.0015 square miles, a tiny island. And finally, a little bit about the tickets. You can buy your ticket to the Princess Islands online or just before boarding a ferry. The round-trip ticket includes an interesting audio guide, which also includes a ferry ticket as well as a 30-minute sightseeing tour in Bilgrami. And with this, the tour of Princess Islands comes to an end. I hope you liked the video. Before departing, I would like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed it yet. Like and share it. Soon I'll be back with another video on some other interesting place. Until then, please take care of yourselves, stay safe and healthy, and goodbye.